I dream of it, amongst the wild threads of history and the myriad of paths. My path saw the Imperium rise from the ashes left in the wake of the Great Revolt. Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of the human mind. With that commandment, new avenues of human potential were explored. Mentats, Suk Doctors, Sword Masters, and the mystical Bene Gesserit Sisterhood. But it was the Navigators and their monopoly on space travel that set the conditions for the Imperium. But I am telling you of the universe you already know. Let me describe the one you do not. In this other universe, my mother, Lady Jessica, consort to Duke Leto Atreides, gave birth to a daughter, a girl they named Ariste. Because of her obedience to the Bene Gesserit, Lady Jessica is trained as a truth-sayer. Because of that training, Lady Jessica was able to detect Dr. Yue's deception. Because of the forewarning of his betrayal, House Atreides survived the Battle of Arrakis. Because of their survival, the Emperor declared a full-scale war of assassins. Because of the war, the Sardaukar were deployed to ensure spy shipments continued without interruption. Because of the Sardaukar, the Fremen were eradicated. There was no Muad'Dib, no Lisan al-Gaib, no Kwisatz Haderach. I see a universe where I, Paul Atreides, was never born. All my visions lead to horror, except this one. This one leads to you.
Dune Awakening. A survival game that promised a brutal fight for survival on the sands of Arrakis. Sounds epic, right? Well, I thought so too. But after putting in a solid chunk of time, I realized something. The trailers? They got me more excited than the actual gameplay did. This game had so much potential. A legendary universe, a unique settings, an audience ready to dive in. The question is, did Funcom actually deliver something worth playing? Or did they just wrap a lifeless game in a shiny lore and call it a day? When I first jumped in, I was hooked. The opening cinematics, absolutely stunning. They nailed the tone, the atmosphere, the scale of the Dune universe. It generally felt like something special was about to unfold. The sound design is eerie and powerful. The world looked harsh and unforgiving, which is exactly what Arrakis should feel like. And for a brief moment, I was fully in.
Twin comets in the sky, a rebirth from fire and death, and a Sardaukar net closing around us. Your survival heralds interesting times, off-worlder. Here, take this CommuniNet transceiver. It's essential for planetary communication. Now go, and be quick. The Mother Storm is upon us.
The character creation, yeah, it was all good. You had several options. You can design your character exactly as you wanted. You got the option to choose who taught you, and you got different skills, and
have they told you what I am?
Made some kind of impact of
Then
how you wanted to start your gameplay.
Words for lies. Let's begin. The test is almost complete. Have you spoken truth? Come here. Kneel. Put your hand in the box. I hold at your neck the Gom Jabbar, the high-handed enemy. Don't pull away or you will die. Great plots are afoot in the Imperium, and the currents of intrigue run deeply. Arrakis is the key, and the Fremen are missing. You will go to Arrakis as our agent, prisoner. You have one task. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. Everything depends on this. Do you understand? Good. You speak truth. But here is the rest of it. There is only one rule. Keep your hand in the box and live. Withdraw it and die. An animal would gnaw off its own hand to escape the pain. And we can only be served by humans. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. You will know when it is done.
But then, the actual game started. And that magic, it slipped away fast. The world of Dune Awakening looks amazing. Sandstorms blowing across the dunes, the way lightning hits the terrain, it's beautiful. It captured the scale and danger of the desert environment in a really immersive way. They did a solid job integrating the Dune lore. Things like Holtzman shields, the voice, mentat enhancements. They're not just fan service, they're actually mechanics. They deserve some props. There's a sense of survival here that should work. You need to manage thirst, avoid the harsh heat, and of course, watch out for sandworms. As well as all the right ingredients on paper. In my run, I was so lucky to find a building that I could actually enter. And while I was grinding my way up, getting more skill points, well, of course, I robbed that guy from everything he had in there, and even demolished his house to get some more granite. I had a pretty good start. Now, this is where it falls apart. Right off the bat, no first-person view. That's my personal opinion. You are stuck in third person with only shoulder switching. And in a survival game, especially one with this much immersion potential, that's a huge letdown. It kind of breaks the feeling of really being there. Having the first person view, it would make such a difference. The combat is honestly one of the worst parts. Range attacks just feels spongy. It's just not fight and doesn't do enough damage. You just keep shooting nails. The melee, it's sluggish and bland. It's like swimming foam bats at each other. There's no real impact or strategy. It just feels unfinished. Sure, you can block and stagger the other guy, but yeah, I'm not impressed. I was actually looking forward to the base building, but wow, that was a disappointment. It's easy to understand, sure, but every structure looks the same. You walk around and you see nothing else but copy-pasted blocky buildings from players just doing the bare minimum to survive. There's no creativity, no visual diversity. It's just lifeless and boring. And the gameplay loop. This is where the game really lost me. You gather, you craft, you build, you repeat. And for what? There's no strong sense of progression. Sure, you get skill points. Sure, you get new weapons. Sure, you get some vehicles. But there is really no incentive to push deeper into the world or aim for the end game. And yeah, there is an end game. Join a large org and have some big battles. But for a solo player, or the first 20 hours of the game, it's just a repeating survival for survival's sake. My personal exit from Arrakis, I reached a point where I had to ask myself, why am I still playing this? and I couldn't come up with a good answer. So I did something I never done in a game like this. I unlocked my base, I left all my gear, everything I had, and walked away. I figured maybe someone else out there, someone who's actually enjoying the game, can use it. Maybe they will get a good start. Maybe they have the experience I hope I would. But for me, well, my time on Arrakis is over. And honestly, I don't see myself coming back either. Now, I want to make clear, I'm not trashing Dune itself. I love the Dune universe. That's what made this so disappointing. This isn't a Dune problem. It's a game design problem. They took a brilliant IP and slapped it on a shell of a survival game. I played a lot of survival MMOs. I played Lost Oasis, and yeah, that one fell apart fast too. But even that game had more soul in its early days. Dune Awakening feels like it's running empty right out of the gate. If Funcom can seriously rework the core system, the combat, progression, base building, maybe even add first person, it might be a turnaround. But right now, nah. This isn't the future of a survival MMO. It's a missed opportunity. I predict that this game is gonna be, well, maybe not dead on arrival, but it's not gonna last that many months. At least not with a bigger player base. Anyway, that's my honest take. No sugarcoating. If you played it, what's your experience been like? Did it click for you? Or did you end up dropping it like I did? Drop a comment below and let's talk. If this review helped you out, or if you just appreciate the honesty, hit that like button. And if you want more deep dives and raw impressions on survival games and MMOs, consider subscribing. I got more on the way. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
Observe this valley, sacred to the Equan Bedouin. Here, Wooly faced the trials of Baku, proving their knowledge of the Fremen ways. Find the Fremen, she said. 7 tests, 7 steps. Set your feet. Follow the uncertain path. Keep moving. The only true death is stagnation.